You don't know the real Jamaica. You're naive. You are being unrealistic expecting us to move back to Jamaica. Nothing is going on in Jamaica. Jamaica has so much crime. Price is high. Healthcare is no good and the government is doing nothing about it. So how do you expect us to move back to Jamaica till Jamaica fix up itself? Stop sugarcoating things. Jamaicans are struggling. These are only some of the things that we hear very regularly. Why would Jamaicans say things like these? How many times have you shared your Jamaican experience and get similar comments? What experience are they expecting us to have? Pull up a chair and let's dive into this conversation.
The Jam Fam family. Jam Fam, come hang with me. Yeah.
Hello, Wagwan. Big up yourself, whether you're there yard or you're there abroad. Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Today we're going to have a deep dive into the idea of the real Jamaica. We're going to explore what that is, because everybody have their Jamaican experience, and so we need to examine if you're living in Jamaica, is the experience you're having real or not? It's the thing to quite literally unpack. So whether you live in Trench Town or Cherry Gardens, whether you live in the Blue Mountains or Treasure Beach, the Cockpit Country or Ocherios, Moko Mountains or Mandeville, Guys Hill or Port Maria, your experience is real and you are living in the real Jamaica. Your Jamaican experience is how you are experiencing Jamaica through your daily encounters and interactions. Two people can be neighbors and have very different Jamaican experiences. There are many factors to consider when you are moving to Jamaica to ensure that you have the best Jamaican experience. From the parish that you choose to live in, access to amenities, proximity to facilities, accessibility to recreation and education, among many other factors. We need to also consider the relative safety and socio-economics of the areas within which we're going to be considering before we even make our choice of the location that is going to be befitting to us to form the foundation of the lifestyle and the experience that we are going to be harnessing for ourselves. When you move to Jamaica by choice, you get the opportunity to define the quality and the type of lifestyle that you will live. Unlike when you were living in Jamaica previously and situations might have been very different. You now have the ability to be far removed from the environments you experienced before migrating or going back to those comforts that you love and missed. Being around like-minded people is really important. If you are the wealthiest in the community that you are living, then you are going to be attracting unnecessary attention. And if you are the poorest in those communities, you are appearing to be someone who is in need of much assistance and could experience isolation. When you are moving to Jamaica, you need to do your due diligence, put in that extra effort and those steps to do your research to ensure that you are building on solid foundation. It is why we've produced the workbook guides to support people with making sound decisions and working through the different things that they need to consider when they are planning their return. And if you are coming back in a capacity where you are relocating, that means you have free access to go back and forth between the countries, then there is a workbook guide for you. And if you are one of those people who are returning to your country and you won't necessarily have access or a variety of options that you can take other than to come back to your country, there is a booklet for you as well to help you through making sure that you are doing the best to get a good experience when you've made the choice to come back to your country. It is imperative that we are doing that. We also need to ensure that our network that we are building up are with people who can add value to us rather than otherwise. Not all Jamaican contexts see depravity, and not all see absolute luxury, and not all feel wealthy. The middle to upper middle income groups in Jamaica have a fairly diverse levels of experiences that they have, and this is a significant chunk of the Jamaican population, some more dynamic than others, with add-ons and leveling up for things like vacations and other luxury commodities or conveniences. The lifestyle that the middle to upper middle income groups in Jamaica are able to afford is pretty similar to that of the groups in industrialized nations. Then you can add into that some of the luxuries and of course some of the challenges that comes with living in a Caribbean nation. So therefore we need to make sure that we're understanding that when we share our Jamaican experience, it is our real experience that we're sharing, and it isn't necessarily the Jamaican experience that people are expecting us to have. Jamaica has moved on so significantly to what it used to be 20 and 30 years ago. This Jamaica that we are experiencing now is much different to that. Even the other day, I went to my community from which I grew up, and I was so amazed to see the caliber of houses and family amenities that the people in those communities are now experiencing compared to when I was growing up. Of course, you will see depravity. Depravity is going to be around us wherever we go, and it is important and worth remembering that the experience of Jamaica that you live is realistic, and although you can make an effort to understand other people's experience, your experience that you've collocated is what you will live, and don't let others make you feel bad for enjoying it. Where we start in life does not need to define where we end, and equally, the state and condition under which you were living in Jamaica before you migrate does not need to be what you return to, because you're returning by choice. And therefore, it's important that you're putting in structure and processes to help you to be able to have the best lifestyle that you can when you return on the island. Consider the things like, where are you going to live? How are you going to fund your lifestyle? And then look for strategies and approaches that you can take to reduce your expenditures. So things such as planting your own food, for example, and living a simple, minimalistic lifestyle. We don't need to return and be lavish. A lot of people who are returning are living in simple 3-bedroom houses, driving a car, and getting themselves around a simple car that is functional and easily maintained to take them from place to place, and just ensuring that they are having an opportunity to be able to treat themselves weekends or month ends to go to different places, so that they're experiencing Jamaica, going to places where they don't have to pay entry fee, and just enjoying the island and ensuring that they are giving back to their health, because your body takes score, and if you're not taking good care of it, you will pay for it in the future. So they are doing things that is going to help them to de-stress and live a better life. Everyone's experience of Jamaica is something that they can mold with slight differences in their lifestyle choices, their location and their environment. Jamaica has many faces, many facets, many sides and many experiences. Decide the one that you want and continue to work at securing it, or enjoy it if you've already achieved it. What's the real Jamaica that you experience on your daily interactions? Please tell us in the comments below. We look forward to hearing your feedback.
So I woke up this morning and decided I'm going to make some pink pancakes. And I made some for my mom and she's eating it now. I made hers with peanut butter, so I'm going to now make scrambled egg, and then I'm going to show you what my end result looks like.
So this is the face behind the voice on the video you were hearing about the breakfast that was made. So what was your inspo for the breakfast?
Hunger.
So that's why you decided to make breakfast? Okay. And why was the pancakes pink?
Well, I wanted it to be red, but the butter was white, so
Mm-hmm.
it made pink.
Okay. So that's why it came out that color. Okay. I haven't had your pancakes in a while, so it was lovely, and it was nice seeing your experimenting with the colors just to make it look a little bit different. So how did you feel that it came out?
It was okay.
Anything you would
It
do?
was successful.
You think so? Why not?
I don't like how it tastes.
Well, it tasted fine to me.
I don't
What was wrong with it?
Fresh.
Oh, okay, I see. Or maybe because I had the peanut butter on mine, I didn't get to taste that because the peanut butter is...
Spread, but it was still fresh.
Yeah, but it's salty that you were referring to, wasn't it?
No, it was just, I think it was the flour, just fresh.
Yeah, so you needed to have added a little bit more salt,
No,
maybe.
not salt.
Oh.
Bland.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Well, maybe a pinch of salt would have made the difference because mine tastes fine.
It tasted like the colouring. And the colouring can taste like chemicals.
I don't know what you were tasting because mine didn't taste like that. But that's your taste bud and what it tasted. So it's fine if that was your experience.
Because I used a waffle recipe to make it.
Oh.
I was when I'm making waffles. Then I didn't have the energy, so I just took out the frying pan.
Okay. Well, that's fine. But it tasted nice to me. But it's your cooking and you didn't like how you felt it tasted. So you just have to think about how to make it taste the way you want it in the future. But as somebody who ate it, it was fine. If that's any consolation.
So you like all of the things I make?
But I will tell you if there is things that you could do differently. I like them and I enjoy them, but I do say it could have had this or that, don't I? Yeah, so I support your interests and I give you the safe space to be able to explore them. And then I give you feedback because it's my taste buds. I just went out and gathered a series of different leaves. See if you can tell some of them. So for this one, it's the Ethiopian apple leaf. And I got some, this one, it's the Lacroix fruit leaf. And I've got a variety of different leaves in here. This is just some Jack in the bush shoot. And these are some lime, as well as some ortinique leaves that I've got here. And I've got a piece of cerasee. And this one is the mulberry bush. So it's the leaf from there. And I've got some guava leaf as well. So these are the guava leaves. And I mentioned mango leaves. Got some mango leaves here as well. So these are all different leaves. And I've got some ackee leaf in there as well. So all of these leaves are leaves that I'm just going to wash right now and boil them. They have different properties from antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and other forms of antimicrobial properties. Some of them have properties with helping your body becoming more insulin sensitive. So of course it helps to manage blood sugar balance. Some of them help with heart and liver functioning and lots of other things to do with the body. So I'm just going to make it and give myself a good little detox and support the body's function with these. There are the leaves, nicely washed, and now I'm going to be boiling them. I'm boiling these ones and then I'm going to leave it to steep for a while, and then I will pour that off and have it as my daily morning drink before I have anything to eat. And so you could also make the same thing if you wanted to. You could make it as shots if you put it through a juicer and then you make a green juice with it. But I like my tea whether hot or cold. So I'm going to go ahead and make it that way. And therefore I can have it to just sit and relax and enjoy. Healing our body with natural medicine that is in abundance everywhere you turn in Jamaica. And some of them grow wild in your backyard. You have hard work to get rid of them. So may as well we use them.
The Jam Fam family. We're Irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. The Jam Fam family. Where I living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Bye for now, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.